Military analysts didn't see this coming. Not in Beijing, not in Moscow, nowhere. Behind closed doors, emergency briefings are unfolding. Strategies are being rewritten, and decades of assumptions about air superiority are being torn apart. Because while China believed its J-20 stealth fighter would dominate the skies, and Russia pushed the Su-57 as a next-generation challenger, something unexpected just shifted the balance, and is forcing both nations to rethink everything. What was once considered a legacy platform has now become one of the most advanced combat systems ever built. The F-15EX Eagle II is not just another fighter jet. It is a complete transformation of what modern air combat looks like. While rival nations focused heavily on stealth alone, the United States quietly engineered a machine that dominates in multiple dimensions at once: speed, firepower, computing, and adaptability. Let us start with the core of what makes this aircraft so terrifying: its brain. The F-15EX is powered by an advanced display core processor that delivers an astonishing level of computational performance. We are talking about tens of billions of operations every second. That kind of processing power used to belong only to large command centers. Now it sits inside a fighter jet cockpit, helping pilots make decisions faster than any human opponent possibly could. This is not just about speed, it is about awareness. The aircraft can process sensor data, identify threats, prioritize targets, and suggest responses almost instantly. In a real combat scenario, that means the pilot is no longer reacting to the fight, they are controlling it before it even unfolds. And then comes the firepower, arguably the most shocking part of all. The F-15EX can carry nearly 29,500 pounds of weapons. That is an extraordinary payload for a fighter aircraft. In practical terms, it means this jet can take on multiple enemies at once and still have weapons left over. Reports suggest it can carry up to 22 air-to-air missiles simultaneously, far more than most modern fighters, including those designed with stealth in mind. Now imagine that scenario: one aircraft, a single pilot, or a pilot and weapons systems officer engaging an entire enemy formation. That is not theory anymore, that is capability. Speed adds another layer to this dominance. The F-15EX can reach speeds of around Mach 2.5. That places it among the fastest operational fighters in the world. In combat, speed is not just about getting somewhere quickly. It is about controlling engagement, distance, escaping threats, and striking before the enemy can respond. While some fifth-generation fighters prioritize stealth at the cost of speed or payload, the F-15EX takes a different approach. It does not rely on being invisible. It relies on being overwhelming. But here's where things get even more interesting. The radar system on board the AN/APG-82AES. A radar is designed to detect, track, and target multiple threats simultaneously, including low observable or stealth aircraft. Combined with infrared search and track systems like the Legion Pod, the aircraft can detect heat signatures that stealth designs cannot hide. This creates a serious problem for nations that invested heavily in stealth as their primary advantage. Because if you can be seen and targeted, stealth alone is no longer enough. And then there is the next evolution of warfare: hypersonic weapons. The F-15EX is designed with the ability to carry and deploy hypersonic missiles. These weapons travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5, making them extremely difficult, if not nearly impossible, to intercept with traditional defense systems. The aircraft's centerline pylon can support weapons up to 22 feet long and weighing around 7,000 pounds, meaning it is already prepared not just for current hypersonic systems, but future ones as well. This is not just about today's battlefield. It is about what warfare will look like in 10, 20, even 30 years. Another key advantage lies in its open mission systems architecture. Unlike older aircraft that are locked into fixed capabilities, the F-15EX is built to evolve. New sensors, new weapons, new software that can all be integrated without redesigning the entire aircraft. That means this jet does not just stay relevant, it gets stronger over time. While other nations may take years or even decades to upgrade their fleets, this platform can adapt much faster. And that creates a growing technological gap that becomes harder to close with each passing year. The aircraft's durability also plays a major role. With a service life of up to 20,000 flight hours, the F-15EX is built to last significantly longer than many modern fighters. This allows it to remain in active service for decades, continuously upgraded and enhanced without needing full replacement. Now let us talk about survivability. The Eagle Passive Active Warning and Survivability System, or EPAWSS, gives the aircraft advanced electronic warfare capabilities. It can detect enemy radar signals, analyze them in real time, and deploy countermeasures automatically. In simple terms, it can identify threats and respond to them faster than enemy systems can adapt. In electronic warfare, speed and automation are everything, and this system delivers both. Add to that the 2-seat configuration, and you get another advantage. While many fighters rely on a single pilot to manage everything, the F-15EX can operate with both a pilot and a dedicated weapons systems officer. This allows for better coordination, especially in complex combat environments involving multiple targets, electronic warfare, and even drone control. Because yes, that is another capability. The F-15EX is expected to play a role in future collaborative combat systems where manned aircraft control unmanned drones or wingmen. This turns one aircraft into the center of an entire network, expanding its reach and effectiveness far beyond what traditional fighters can achieve. From a strategic standpoint, production capacity also matters. And this is where things become even more concerning for rivals. The aircraft is being produced at scale, with dozens already delivered and more on the way. This is not a limited experimental platform. It is a fully operational system being integrated into active squadrons, including deployments in strategically important regions. And when you combine high production rates with advanced capabilities, you do not just get a powerful aircraft, you get sustained dominance. Maintenance and readiness are equally important, and here too, the F-15EX stands out. It maintains a high mission-capable rate, meaning a large percentage of the fleet is ready to fly at any given time. In contrast, many advanced fighters around the world struggle with maintenance, complexity, and availability issues. In real-world terms, it does not matter how advanced an aircraft is if it is stuck on the ground. This one is not. All of this leads to a bigger picture, one that is causing serious concern among military planners worldwide. Because the F-15EX represents something deeper than just a technological upgrade. It represents a shift in philosophy. Instead of relying on a single advantage like stealth, it combines multiple strengths: speed, payload computing, adaptability, and survivability into one platform. And when all those elements come together, the result is not just competitive, it is dominant. Even more concerning for rivals is the pace of innovation behind it. The technologies being integrated into this aircraft are not static. They're evolving, improving, and expanding. Each upgrade pushes the boundaries further, making it harder for others to catch up. And perhaps the most important factor of all, the human element. Technology alone does not win battles. Training, doctrine, and coordination matter just as much. Pilots operating this aircraft are not only equipped with advanced systems, but also supported by decades of operational experience and tactical development. That combination amplifies every advantage the aircraft provides. In simulated combat scenarios, results have reportedly shown overwhelming effectiveness against advanced threats, including fifth-generation fighters. While many of the details remain classified, what is clear is that the aircraft consistently delivers decisive outcomes. And that brings us to the real impact. This is not just about one aircraft entering service. It is about how it changes the way opponents think, plan, and prepare. When a system forces your adversaries to rethink their entire strategy, you have already gained a significant advantage before a single shot is fired. Because in modern warfare, perception matters. Knowing that you are facing an aircraft that can see you first, strike faster, carry more weapons, and adapt over time creates a psychological edge that is just as powerful as any missile or radar system. And that is exactly what is happening right now. The F-15EX Eagle II is not just flying, it is redefining expectations. It is proving that dominance does not come from one feature alone, but from the integration of many. And as it continues to evolve, deploy, and expand, one thing becomes increasingly clear. The gap is not closing. It is widening.